Well, what is going on, guys, and welcome into the video. Now, this video is going to be a little bit different than my normal videos, but every other comment in here, on social media, and even in my group revolves around the markets completely melting down. Some are saying the mother of all crashes is here, a recession is imminent, and the US stock market may enter a multi-year bear territory or not even come back at all. So was I wrong about the market, and is this just the beginning of an epic, all-time great meltdown? Well, let's address all this and get you guys some real answers. And I just asked in exchange for you to gently tap that like button and consider subscribing too. It's super easy to do if you like the truth without the hype. So here are some of the biggest mistakes investors are making right now today. Number one, you are making investing decisions based on emotions. I mean, if you have that sinking feeling when you see red day after red day, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Number two, you still have not done a full due diligence on the stocks you own, which leads me to mistake number three. You are jumping from video to video on YouTube, hoping someone will give you the right answer to should you buy or should you sell and at what price and all that good stuff. This is a recipe for destruction of your portfolio. But there is a solution to avoid that destruction, and it's for everyone. I mean, people with $1,000 accounts all the way up to seven-figure accounts, as proven by the over 1,000 members who are part of the Market Insiders private group, which is the ultimate wealth building community full of people like you changing their financial futures. We have over 100 different tutorials and lessons for you to take to avoid those mistakes, learn how to plan and do evaluation. And it's also where we have lessons on mastering your money, building up passive income, and retiring early and becoming financially independent. And we even have a real estate course in development now. And you are not only helping yourself and your family build a better future, but you are also helping others in need, as half of everything right off the top goes to charity. So don't make those mistakes. Make yourself a better investor today using the link in the pinned comment for all the details and to lock in your discount. All right, so I'm going to throw a lot at you today that will seem scattered and not really related, but it's actually intended to illustrate the truth, and it will make sense in the end, so just stick with me here, guys. I'm sorry. This is my best attempt to help as many of you as possible through all the noise that is only going to intensify as we move forward. So just 2 weeks ago, just 2 weeks ago, guys, every other video on YouTube was the next 10x stock or some other bullish type stuff like that. I have no issues with being bullish. I am bullish long-term on stocks, but that doesn't apply to every stock, and we are not at the start of another bull run as much as I would like it to be. But the overpriced, overhyped stocks they love to pump are always starting a bull run right now every single day, and every stock is a 10x play that week, and that actually hasn't been true ever outside of 2020 and 1999. Look at the facts. It's very rare to find a true 10x stock that actually sustains it long term. Another fact, valuations always matter, and the stocks always return to fair valuations over the long run. And some of these guys clearly are not doing valuations on any of their picks. I mean, some still need to fall more just to be at fair value based on valuation, despite a 70% or 80% or even 90% fall from where they are when they were being pumped. Ignore that noise. That is how you end up with bad stocks that are down big. Now, yes, I agree. Great stocks like PayPal and others are also beaten down, and they're all down big and they keep falling. The difference? One has a small chance of ever coming back, if they ever come back, and the other is a stock that is worth averaging down on and to continue to average down on if Wall Street wants to stay stupid, because it will be a big winner in the future when valuations actually come back to normal. It is imperative you know the difference. When the next bull run happens, some will be left in the dust wondering why their trash stocks did not 10x like some person said it would, and the rest of us will be sitting quite nicely with averages we could have only dreamed of a year or two ago. So back to today, and right now, just 2 weeks later from that time frame, the world is ending again. Earnings season started off with a bang, but not in a good way. Most earnings were down, guidance is being lowered, and misses are being punished with 35% haircuts to start, and then continuing to go down from there. It is bloody, and it is dragging down other stocks in anticipation of their earnings. I mean, just look at Netflix. We don't need to look any further. It fell big, and everyone who had anything to do with streaming fell big as well. And banking stocks got hammered as earnings were mixed among the banks, which trickled into fintech, which was already beaten down from last earnings season. It literally feels like we will be down another 30% after this earnings season, and it's just going to continue and continue. To me, this is the most important week of earnings this season. And click this video right up here for my thoughts on that so we don't bog down this video here. You can click on there and get all the details. But for many of you, this is your first actual crash scenario where you had significant sums of money on the line or any money on the line if you're newer investors. So it's scary and it feels like you have the wrong strategy because you're losing money, not making money, you just keep losing money. So what the heck is the right strategy when all this is happening? Well, the truth is during a correction or crash scenario like we're in right now, I personally feel no need to change my strategy as this downturn deepens because I have the experience of going through some of the worst crashes in history and seeing firsthand in real life with real money what works, what doesn't, and I also get to enjoy the huge rewards on the back end of it when you have the right strategy to begin with, and I also experienced how to lose money with the wrong strategy too. My strategy was forged not in theory, not in a bunch of what ifs, but in the reality of actually living through it. I was ready before this latest downturn ever happened, and I'm excited every single red day of this downturn, and my group can back me up on that as they are kind of the same way. I mean, seriously, it's a party on red days, and green days are kind of like funerals in the group. And furthermore, when was the last time you heard Warren Buffett, Peter Lynch, or any of those legends ever predict a crash? Now sure, they have said markets are frothy or that markets will not return as well in the future because it got a little too hot, but when did they say the mother of all crash is coming now or something like that? The answer is never, and they have routinely made fortunes again and again. Oh yeah, and they made those fortunes not buying when the market decides to turn around or when it gets frothy. They made those fortunes by buying during those crashes, not timing the bottom, not waiting for confirmation. They did it by buying great companies at super discounted prices based on the valuations during crashes and then just being patient and buying more and being patient and kind of rinse and repeat. They have seen more bull and bear markets than most of us ever will and have used the same strategy for decades now and made fortune after fortune not by making short-term predictions, not by guessing the tops and selling and then buying the bottoms perfectly, simply by buying and holding great companies bought at ridiculous prices when everyone else was busy getting in and out of stocks and following the noise of a crash or a depression, or when everything is going to the moon or to Mars or whatever. Having personally screwed this up every way possible during the dot-com bubble, then completely changing strategies during the financial crisis, I know using that strategy holds true, and I find the noise actually very easy to ignore because I've already been through that. I don't care what any of them say, good or bad, I don't care. I don't care if I lose money tomorrow or next week or for the next 6 months or for a year. And as a matter of fact, I expect to lose money on paper because I cannot time the bottom and I know that. But I also know I am buying great stocks at great prices based on valuation, and that will pay off over the long run. I also know this downturn will be way shorter than the bull run that will eventually follow. Those are facts, not opinions. Those are facts. Now, slow down. I have no clue as to when that will happen or any of the details or the timing, but the only thing I know for a fact is that it's useless for me to worry about it or try to guess when any of it will happen or try to trade it or do anything else. Stocks stay down for a year? I'm excited. I get an entire year to buy great stocks at stupid low prices and therefore having a far bigger position at lower prices than I should. And please explain to me how that is bad over a 5-year time horizon. As a long-term investor, that is how you make fortunes the easy way, or you can follow the noise and attempt to do it the hard way.
The choice is yours.
And if you don't know how to get a price target or a plan or analyze a stock and you want the step-by-step process to do that and much more, don't forget to lock in your discounted membership price using the link in the description or the pinned comment to join the group before that price goes up forever. And if you don't know what other stocks to consider buying, click this video right here for 9 stocks I've been buying like crazy, or click this video here for even more stocks I've been buying lately. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.